And then all of a sudden right here, we get PRFX that hits the scanner at $3.22. It's got a sub 1 million share float, and it's a stock I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with it because I've traded it in the past. It's also an Israeli company. It's got a recent reverse split. It's got room to the 200 moving average. We have a move on it just back here in January. So this hits the scanner and I pull it up, and immediately I'm like, okay, this is something that I could probably work with. And so this is basically the sequence of what happened. It hits the scanners. So when something hits the scanners, they go ding, ding, ding. I've got my audio alert turned on. So I get the audio alert, ding, ding, ding. I then click on the ticker, the chart loads, and I'm looking to see what the news is. Now then, what I do is I come over to Lightspeed and I type in the symbol PRFX in my level 2. And then at that point, I'm looking at the spread, the difference between the bid and the offer. And now I've got my hand on the hotkey, shift 1, 2, 3, ready to jump in. And I punched it. I punched shift 3. Where did I punch it? We actually hit a high of about $4.26 right here. We dipped down there just for a moment. And as we start curling back up, I got in right there. I got in at 4, 415, 425, and 450. And so I added to that position right there, and it goes up to a high of 550. We then get a little topping tail there with a high of 570. We dip down for a moment, and as we break through that high, I added at 570 to the position. We break over 6, and I added again at 650, and I added again as high as 782. At this point, I was like, here we go. This is moving quickly. From $4 to $8 in 20 seconds, that's incredible. So I add to the position, and then I put an order to take some profit, and I fill none of the order. It doesn't fill. The price suddenly drops, and now we're dropping quickly. I put out a second order, and I fill about a quarter of my position, and I'm like, this is not good. I try to buy the dip, thinking maybe it'll just bounce right back up. It doesn't bounce right back up, and I end up unwinding the rest of the trade. Some of it was for a loss because I had added so high. My cost basis got higher and higher and higher and higher, and then it came down here, and I was in the red. So we had this move from $4.50 roughly to about $8 a share, 100% move, and I made only $5,970.90.